Hey guys, Matt here. So I want to talk about some good news that happened to Palantir lately, and I kind of wanted to start right here with today's performance in the Dow, the Nasdaq. We pretty much had started off with a terrible day that got really good, then got terrible, then got pretty good, and then got terrible at the end. And if we scroll down here, you can see Geo giving back all of the gains it got yesterday. Like, they're all gone. It's right back to where it was. It's like the gains never even happened. But Palantir is up 3.44% on a relatively down day. And not just today. Heck, if we look at the month, Palantir is doing pretty well. It's slowly starting to claw its way back. Now, granted, it is still a long way down from before, but right now, so far so good. And I want to talk about the events of today to sort of shed some light. Well, yesterday to shed some light on things. So yesterday, Bank of America rated Palantir stock a buy on artificial intelligence and national security strengths. Now, I should start things off by saying that I'm not one to take analyst estimates, good or bad, as the final indicator as to whether to buy or sell a stock. But I do like to read them from time to time to get some perspective on things. Now, I'm not going to read all this. You can pause and read this if you want to. But yeah, just like the title said, they really like the AI stuff. And like it or not, big data is going to be one of the biggest factors in the next few decades. Like, big data is, I mean, what everyone's using. It's where it's the act of taking disparate data from many different sources and finding trends. And that is what all the companies use. That's how Facebook knows what ads the target to you and all that other fun stuff. But yeah, they are seeing 30% annual revenue expansion and improving profits in the midterm. Now, like I said earlier, I don't really take analyst estimates at good or bad to heart. But on this one, I'm inclined to agree with Bank of America. Heck, if we take a look at, not here, if we take a look at here, I mean, you can tell, like, they've been exploding year on year as far as total revenue. Now, the net income, yeah, is not quite following suit, but that's because of the stock-based compensation. If we go to the cash flow on an annual basis, you can see that 2021 was a pretty good year. Heck, just take a look at the recent news. I mean, just Google Palantir news, and you'll see lots of good things that Palantir has been doing recently. It expanded its partnership with the U.S. Space Systems Command. It has launched its Foundry Big Data service on Google Cloud, meaning it has more exposure to potential customers. Now, any customer that has Google Cloud can potentially use Foundry without Palantir needing to come on site, install on-prem equipment, or anything like that. Like, they can just use Google Cloud to get to Foundry, which is a big step forward. And we also got Palantir signing a global enterprise deal with Stellantis. I mean, we're talking big news after big news after big news. Now, I did point out in my last Palantir video that, yeah, I had an issue with Palantir's presentation during the earnings calls, and that's still true. I still think that's an issue that needs to be fixed. But I mean, if we take a look at the own production thing, their production forces, like, they're actually making bank, and they're showing the receipts for it. And in my personal opinion, I think that I don't see any reason why I shouldn't invest in Palantir. I don't see any reason why it's not money on the table by 2030. Like, they are bringing in revenue after revenue. Heck, if we take a look at analyst estimates for Palantir, we're talking, they're estimating a 29.2% growth in 2022 and a 28.5% revenue growth in 2023. And Palantir has been known to beat these numbers. And if they do anywhere close to these numbers in the next few years, like, they're going to shoot through the moon. Now, this is not a to the moon channel, but I don't see how Palantir could screw this up. It's certainly possible, but I just don't see how. And if you want to look at the bottom line, now remember, these are just estimates, but they're fun to look at. They got Palantir pegging 41.2% income growth next year, and after that, 35.4% growth year after year, each year after that. Like I said, we don't know if Palantir is going to hit these, but like, it depends on the underlying economy. But if Palantir comes to even close to this, then in my opinion, I think this company, the stock is easy money. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.